Healthy Rebel Radio is sponsored by the Healthy Rebel app. 300 plus secretly healthy, delicious, mouth-watering dessert and treat recipes made with all-natural, whole food ingredients. Now available for download on the App Store and Google Play. Find out more details at healthyrebel.com.
Welcome to Healthy Rebel Radio. I'm your host, Dr. David Deiser. I'm here with my Damie Health Healthy Rebel co-founder, Amy Lane. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just a few quick health and wellness stories to review today. We've got some really good ones. Dark chocolate in the news major this morning, but also last week, so I've got two to go through. You know me. I can't get away from dark chocolate. And we all know there's some good things about it, but new things are coming out more and more. Remember last year we were talking about beetroot juice?
Yes.
Beetroot juice is something that increases nitric oxide in the body, basically making athletes able to work out harder longer. Mm-hmm. So you get a dilation, blood vessels get more blood flow, and they found that was sustainable for endurance athletes to actually increase their ability to perform. Same study done with dark chocolate, similar results.
Oh, come on.
Come on, seriously. The only issue is the study was super small, just a few people. But they did do pre-chocolate workouts, pre-dark chocolate workouts, and post-dark chocolate.
Give me specifics what the chocolate is, because people are going to be going to get a Kit Kat and then going to hit the treadmill.
Look at me go.
Yeah. Dr. Deiser said it was healthy.
That's a sugar rush. That's what that's called.
Right.
That's called a sugar rush.
So what's the chocolate?
This is like super dark.
So like 70 or
70 or 80% higher.
Okay.
Yeah. And what they did was they had these cyclists perform a specific time trial with the dark chocolate, without the dark chocolate, and tried it with a group of different groups of people, and they competed against each other. And they properly blinded it, but it wasn't very many people. It was only 9 or 10 people. They found that when you had the dark chocolate prior to getting on the bike, you could go longer in a 2-minute time trial. Pretty simple. Experienced athletes, but the idea being that you can increase nitric oxide in the body with dark chocolate. But beetroot juice is the way to go, and the studies with beetroot juice and lowering blood pressure, as well as improving performance, they're excellent. You have to drink a ton of beetroot juice though. I mean, it's all good, but always looking for new ways to help athletes do better. It's helpful for the cardiovascular system too. The second one about dark chocolate is more of a correlation study, and they're online. If you see it online today, they're making it seem like dark chocolate prevents diabetes.
The internet doesn't do that.
No, never. And they're making it seem like dark chocolate prevents diabetes and dark chocolate prevents cardiovascular disease. It's not that. They found this is a very large trial. They're looking at episodes of insulin resistance and cardiovascular disease among populations. People who ate 100 grams of dark chocolate per day had less insulin resistance, leading to type 2 diabetes, had less cardiovascular disease. The important thing about the study is that the people who were eating the dark chocolate were also younger, had more money, and were just overall healthier.
Where is this trial done?
It's in the U.S., I think. So is it the polyphenols in the dark chocolate? They were also drinking tea, lots of tea and coffee, which is has similar antioxidant benefits. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. They need to do some trials to see, but it's tricky to do.
Yeah.
What they found was your insulin regulation was tighter if you were eating dark chocolate. But it didn't go the same way for the people who were eating chocolate, like milk chocolate bars or processed chocolate bars, energy dense.
I feel like you just tried to find information.
I did not try to find...
So that you can have dark chocolate tonight with your red wine as a treat. That's what I think is going on.
How did you know?
I know you. I know you too well.
I'm just laying the foundation for this evening.
That's right.
This will help me work out harder on the elliptical. This will prevent diabetes. Why not? Why not? Dark chocolate has some good qualities. Come on.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't think it's the devil.
No, I don't think so
either. I think it's just about being educated and not tricking yourself.
The tricky thing is avoiding the what they're calling energy dense, but high sugar just crap processed chocolate bars that are on the market.
The majority, let's be honest.
Honestly, and it's just they're absolutely terrible for you.
They have to be high cocoa, low sugar to get any of the benefit as to what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, there's a huge difference. Well, there's zero benefit, I would say, in the processed crap ones, but the natural cocoa base, they have some health benefit. But it's not like it's a snack still.
No, it's still not a snack. It's still a treat.
And I'm still not considering it a pre-workout or a pre-event. I'm still into the beetroot juice, though. I'm not going to stop on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I physically I'm not an athlete, obviously, but I really like the times I have had beetroot juice before I've done athletic things. I really enjoyed the result. Now, is it physical? Is it psychological? Is it just the sugar from the juice? I don't know. But it's done good things for me.
Well, we do know if you consume an 8-ounce glass, you're going to have a higher production of nitric oxide in the body. Your blood vessels are going to dilate. You're going to get more blood flow.
Well, there you have it.
And if you're doing cardio, if you're doing like long, slow distance or even high intensity cardio, you're going to be able to go longer at the same intensity.
Let's link in the show notes my natural workout booster.
Yes, I will. Okay, sounds good. This is a beetroot juice drink that you just drink prior to workout. It only needs to be about 15-20 minutes before you exercise. So you make it, you drink it, you go to the gym or you get on your piece of equipment and you get a really, really, really good workout.
Plus you can use the pulp for pretty dyes. You can make things pink.
You can make things pink with the pulp, okay.
For desserts or beauty
cool.
products.
That's cool.
Oh yeah.
Hot tip.
Hot tip of the day.
Hot tip of the day. No, that's good. The main thing here, don't go to chocolate for your snacks. No. Don't go to chocolate yet for your pre-workout, all these things. It's a correlation study. The people in this study, if you see it online today, chocolate prevents these things. No. These people were also had more money, they were younger, and they were just healthier in general.
Yeah.
So it's something to consider, but they did eat a ton of dark chocolate. Yeah. It's the same thing with tea and coffee studies. The third study I want to get to today, and this one's really important to me because you guys know I've been obsessed with probiotics lately. And they've just been all over the place. Well, this most recent one is, I believe it was out a while ago, but it's being brought back around. It's about weight loss and probiotics. It's 4,000 people in the Netherlands and another country. So we've got the Dutch connection. Can't miss on the Dutch connection. Basically, the people who in this one study had the most diverse microbiome. So different healthy probiotics in their digestive tract. Not just, one or two that we know happens when you take antibiotics and wipe most out. We're talking a diverse microbiome. They actually had the lowest BMIs. They were the thinnest. They were the healthiest weights. And we know BMI, not a great marker of weight. But still what we're using to assess cardiovascular risk and diabetes risk. Anyways, the people with the most well-rounded microbiome had the lowest weights. And it's not hard to achieve. It's really interesting because we still don't know what the optimal microbiome is. We're still trying to figure that out. But the way to have a diverse microbiome, eat fruits and vegetables.
Oh, I like that.
Of course you do. That's really why I wanted to bring it up.
My wife will love this.
My wife will enjoy this. If you eat fruits and vegetables, you'll have a diverse microbiome.
Wow.
Yeah. It's really important. So so, I mean, it's the same thing if you eat different foods, you're going to have different probiotics. So if you eat lots of dairy, you're going to have more probiotics that are specific to dairy foods. But if you eat a diverse range of fruits and vegetables, you're going to have just an overall general mix of good probiotics.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Gee, they don't promote that as much as they promote the Activia yogurt now, do they?
No, they don't.
Wow.
That's so true.
That's what I'm talking about when I get so frustrated about big money. Like fruits and vegetables are better, basically, is what,
Yep.
And everybody, including myself, right away when you talk about good gut bacteria, I see the little dancing Activia yogurt, but they have the money.
Yeah, exactly. I know, and it's not the best. Like,
how do we overcome that? That's what
these types of studies, large trials.
I know, but how do you get the message out if you don't, like, fruits and vegetables don't have celebrity endorsements?
No, but you can use things that people are obsessed with. Okay, so for your example, it's a little different than the general population. You're obsessed with fruits and vegetables. We know they stimulate the presence of a well-rounded microbiome. Whole grains help the growth of the good probiotics. They feed on the short-chain fatty acids from whole grains. Now, that would be sort of the weirdos in the corner who are obsessed with fruits and vegetables, being you. That's your category. No offense.
Comfortable with that.
On my side of the table, things that make
that motivate you.
That motivate me for a great microbiome, or that enable it. Tea and coffee. Okay.
What do you mean?
Tea and coffee stimulate a good microbiome, just like fruits and vegetables.
No.
They do. That's what they found in this one study, and they're looking at 4,000 people. Subjects who
I
drank...
don't know about that.
Listen to me. This is excellent news. Subjects who drank more coffee or tea generally had more diverse microbiomes, while subjects who drank more soda had less bacterial diversity.
Okay. If you're comparing those two things. But I don't know if they're saying from a non-coffee tea drinker to a... They're saying from a pop drinker to
yeah,
a
they may. I wonder if they broke it down like that. That's a good question.
Because
I don't think that
no wonder. I mean, pop is poison, basically. I think we all know that. So that's not really a great comparison. Because the reason right away with the bacteria I think about coffee is anybody that's prone to yeast infections has probably been told to avoid coffee. Because coffee is one of those things that can trigger them.
Interesting.
Growing up, that's what like people that I had in my life were told.
Yeah.
And when they had those high acidic things like coffee and those types of things, if they were prone to yeast infections, they would bring them on if they had like a really stressful time and they drank way too much coffee. That's what. Interesting.
Yeah.
They were told, and then that's what I did witness.
Yeah.
So I always associated that in my mind. Kind of like the migraine profile. It's the same profile I kind of associated with people that are prone to yeast infections, what to avoid.
Interesting.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like the high sugar, the high processed, the high acid stuff.
Well, it's funny because also on that list would be red wine. Mm-hmm. Red wine increases the presence of a diverse microbiome.
This is so bizarre.
Yeah.
I need more information.
Well, the microbiome, the healthy bacteria, they're acid resistant. That's why you can take a capsule and it gets by the stomach.
So then I wonder if we were misinformed.
Well, I think... I'm not sure. I mean, we avoid coffee in urinary tract infections because caffeine is stimulating, can bring on onset.
You know what? It may be more about dehydration.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Let's look into that. We'll go back to that.
For sure, because it's not something I recommend. But I mean, that doesn't mean it's not true.
Yeah.
And in this line, the authors are not comparing. They're not saying compared to. They just simply put a comma and then stated soda.
Oh.
This is just the author of this study, and this is The Verge reporting on the research. But I've seen this on a science site as well. But maybe I'll link that one.
Yeah.
Drinking red wine is associated with the presence of specific anti-inflammatory bacteria, which may ward off illnesses like irritable bowel syndrome. Basically saying you're going to get more healthy mediators of inflammation when you have a diverse microbiome, and they found that red wine, people who drank lots of red wine, had a more diverse microbiome. That doesn't mean maybe they were healthier in general, like the chocolate one. Maybe they were balanced.
I'm just starting to feel like you're just trying to stack your weekend.
I am. I'm totally stacking my weekend with this one show, and it's turning out to be excellent. I mean, it's just great. Look at all this. Dark chocolate, red wine.
I mean, honestly, I'm not against either of those things in moderation. I've never have been. They're listed on the programs as treats. Mm-hmm. I just think that, like anything, we have to go. It's about if you come into things without knowing about balance, which I am sensitive to because I didn't know about balance.
Right. So
if someone told me I could drink red wine and have chocolate and lose weight and be healthy and have this great gut bacteria and blah, 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 I would have abused those substances. Mm-hmm. I would have snuck them into my everyday existence. Maybe not wine, but I would sneak chocolate into my everyday existence, and then I would overindulge in wine on the weekends. Mm-hmm. And then I'd be like, why am I still not getting to where I want to be? I'm supposed to be healthy. You know what I mean? So I just feel like we're in such a compulsive consumption mindset as a general society, and I don't think it's really our fault. I think it's what we've been fed.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
I really do. So I think it's about overcoming that. So like when you say about your wine and chocolate, like you will have, you know, on a Friday night, you will have this 70 to 80% dark, high quality. You'll spend quite a bit of money on this chocolate bar. You will eat half to all of it, which is the size of your hand, and then you will have 3 to 4 glasses of red wine.
Mm-hmm.
That's, to me, highly appropriate for a male for a treat.
Right.
Or a female.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, it's for a lot of people, and I've been in this category as well. It just seems like free reign. When you look online, it's like, oh, you can be doing this. Like I read this morning, you only need to exercise for 1 minute a couple times a week with high intensity to achieve whatever. All these things, like these titles and even these food studies. I mean, you have to watch it. This doesn't mean you should have red wine and dark chocolate every single day.
No, and it's not for everyone. Like for myself, you know, chocolate isn't really my thing, and red wine for me comes and goes. I've learned to have a little bit of it, but red wine does this really bizarre thing where it kind of stimulates my brain, which we've kind of experimented different kinds and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But generally speaking, when I drink red wine, I'll have just a couple glasses. I'll really enjoy the experience, and then when I try to go to bed at night, my brain will switch on, and I'll just have a really extremely vivid, I wouldn't say scary, but upsetting dreams. Mm-hmm. And then I can't sleep.
Right.
And I won't be able to sleep all night. It's very stimulating for me, so it's something that doesn't work.
Oh, and at that point, you would most likely lose the benefit of the diverse microbiome from the red wine because you're not sleeping.
It's stressing me out.
So
too.
Stress and lack of sleep.
So you have to know yourself as well.
Yeah, you do.
Right?
You do.
And chocolate just doesn't do it for me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I like,
yeah,
you know, I kind of cleansed off the idea of sugar, and then like once in a blue moon, chocolate does it for me. But I really don't. It's not my thing.
Right.
So for me, I'd rather have something that like feels like a treat and feels indulgent, and like there's also weight in that. Mm-hmm. Feeling satisfied and feeling good. Like feeling good, I feel like, and minimizing stress is like the top. It's priority.
It is the priority. It is life. You have to feel good to live.
Right. So you have to know yourself.
You
but
really
I mean,
do.
if those two things sound good to you,
right,
enjoy them as a treat and feel good about it. Don't feel guilt.
No, exactly.
That's the other. I mean, I always say that about treats. If you're gonna have a treat, you either do it with a guilt-free mentality and enjoy every second of it, and then be grateful for it all week. You know, enjoy the process, or don't do it.
Right. Period.
Because the stress and the beating yourself up and all that stuff, that's how I guide myself now at this point.
Yeah.
If I see something and I kind of analyze it, if I have this as a treat, how am I going to feel an hour from now? How am I going to feel tomorrow morning? How am I going to feel tomorrow night? If it's like, you're going to feel fine, you had a treat, you know, you might put a little extra workout in there, you may, you know, drink some extra water to flush out the extra sodium, whatever. But if I feel like, oh, I'm going to have a sugar crash, I'm going to feel like crap, then I'm going to beat myself up, it's just not worth it.
Yeah,
I'm going to feel bloated in my... If I see the spiral, I just don't do it.
Yeah.
Thinking ahead is, like, very valuable.
Oh, it's so
and
valuable.
we don't do it a lot.
As long as you're not sitting in fear, as long as you're sitting in a nice...
No, it's always a power position.
Exactly, yeah.
Because you're in the driver's seat.
That's right.
Right? You're in control of all the choices.
Right. I just have one more thing to say about all this. I mean, we're not talking about revolutionary stuff here, but one thing we do know is that our microbiome outnumbers us. There's more bacterial cells in our body than there is human cells.
Right.
And if you look at myself, for example, and what we're talking about today, the way to, I mean, what they saw with this study was a correlation between people who were leaner, who had a more diverse microbiome. The way to improve your diversity was eat fruits and vegetables, eat whole grains. Mm-hmm. That's basically something that's consistent throughout everyone. Mm-hmm. And that would be part of our general diet. Like, that's what we eat, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that's a huge part of our diet. It's most of the diet.
It's the foundation of our diet, yeah.
And then in terms of treats, avoiding pops.
Yeah.
Right? Avoiding things like stress, cigarettes, hard alcohols, things that are hard on the microbiome.
See, I like hard alcohol.
For sure.
But I know it's not something I should have on a
on a
general
daily
basis.
It's not part of your daily life anyhow.
No, but when I do drink alcohol now, because of my experience in life, wine has a different effect and had a real hormonal effect on me, and I don't know, it doesn't work as well.
You're just really getting into good red wines though before you got pregnant. I mean, that was the first time you were actually getting into red wines that weren't, high in sulfates or non-organic.
Yeah, that's true.
When we're talking about these types of red wines, basically, if you're in Canada, anything less than $11 or something like that, you're running the risk of being up all night with nightmares and having migraines the next day because of these different things.
Yeah, that's true.
So you were just getting into the ones that I've been into for a couple of years now.
That's true.
On the treat side of things, we've got really high quality dark chocolate. We've got red wine. Tea and coffee have all been associated with positive diversity in terms of microbiome.
Huh.
It's really exciting news. And so we don't know everything about this. It's going to be another year before really more information comes out that's associated with risk reduction for certain diseases. But we know if there is a correlation between reducing obesity, we're going to be reducing diabetes. We're going to be reducing cardiovascular disease. So it's exciting. Yeah. That's all I have for today.
Sounds great.
That's Healthy Rebel Radio. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day.
See you.
Healthy Rebel Radio is presented by the online health and wellness center, DamiHealth.com. Since 2009, Amy Lane has successfully coached thousands of women through her signature program, the Bikini Body Program. Join today to work exclusively with Amy to unveil your greatest yet to be from the inside out. Go to DamiHealth.com for more information.
Thank you for listening to Healthy Rebel Radio. Please connect with us on our community pages on Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram, all at the handle @DamiHealth. For weekly recipes, articles, and all our episodes straight to your inbox, join our newsletter at damihealth.com. You can find all the links discussed in today's episode in the show notes. Thank you for joining us and see you tomorrow.